on 1019 The Fox. Come on!
Luke and Lewis on The Fox. Welcome to another show.
It's going to be a big one today, Lewis, because it is release day.
Yes,
or have we
it is.
postponed it?
I can't remember. It's release day. We could be postponing it. The main thing is there's going to be no tracks on this album. That's what really matters,
Yes,
man.
our no-track album is being released because Drake has released an album with 25 tracks. That is way too many tracks, so
Way
we're
too
trying
many.
to offset that by releasing an album with 0 tracks to restore peace and prosperity in the music industry.
You know, Drake got Michael Jackson on his album. You know
Who
what
did we
Michael
get?
Jackson's doing for our album?
What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No tracks, man.
That's perfect.
Brilliant. All right, well, that's what we're going to be talking about coming up after this.
Lewis, on yesterday's show, you came out and made a very big claim on air that
Yes.
you didn't think AFL could be played on the radio.
Name a better game than a name game.
AFL.
That's not a radio game. That's a sport.
Well, it's a game. You said name a better game. I was saying, like, that's one that a lot of people
AFL's
follow.
probably a lot more fun than this.
Anyway, it's a great game. I don't
But
want
you
to talk
can't
it down.
play it on radio.
You can't play it on radio. Do you still stand by that?
How many players are in an AFL team?
18.
How many people are generally on a radio show?
Differs. Hard to say.
I would say 2, maybe 3.
But you could be 2 teams, couldn't we?
Of 18 people?
No, just 2 teams. If that's who plays AFL.
Okay.
Well, Lewis, today we're doing this.
AFL on the radio. This is the best game ever. Hot pies, cold drinks. Radio AFL, the best game in the world. Chewy on your mic.
We had some troubles with the
I didn't understand the chewy on your mic thing at all.
It's a common thing people say in footy is chewy on your boot.
Right.
It's a heckle or a slur that people do to someone trying to kick a goal.
Okay.
Because chewing gum would interfere with the spin of the ball off the kick, I think is where the saying comes from. It's not the greatest insult, but it's a classic.
Okay, cool.
So today, are you
Hey,
pretty
Luke,
excited?
Chewy on this segment.
Yeah.
You can't play AFL on the radio.
We're doing it. This is how radio AFL works. And I know there's a bunch of people out there wanting to play.
You just invented the rules?
Yeah, and this is
Okay.
how you play, guys. And the people listening, we need you to play it, okay?
Well, yeah,
It's
we need 2 teams of 18 people.
Yeah, we need... Okay, so it's 13-10-60. Have you been kicking goals? We judge people's goals today. So, for example, our sound guy, Mitch, he folded a fitted sheet for the first time today. Boom, that's 6 points. Definite goal.
That's a goal.
Well done, Mitch.
Yeah.
Example, me. I emptied the dishwasher today, but there was some dirty dishes still left in after it had been washed.
Yeah.
Definite behind. 1 point.
Example for me, I said chewy on your segment. That was quite funny.
Out of the bounds. Completely missed
give me
the
a
bar.
point. A point?
Yeah, a point for that.
Yeah, I did hit the bar.
So it's 13-10-60. Have you been kicking goals? Caitlin, our producer, I believe you've been kicking goals recently.
Mate, kicked the best goal today.
Yeah.
Booked flights to Bali.
Boom.
That's
That's a goal. 6 points.
I feel like these are very low standards. She just booked
Hey, mate,
flights. I mean, it's not an achievement.
Hey, I didn't book any flights today. I did the other day, actually. But, hey, 13-10-60, if you want to play radio AFL, are you kicking goals? Do you think you have what it takes to score a goal in radio AFL?
Is this really like anything like
This
football?
is what we're doing.
Okay, well, give us a call on 13-10-60 if you kicked any
Have
goals
you been kicking
recently.
goals today or recently?
AFL on the radio. This is the best game ever. Hot pies, cold drinks. Radio AFL, the best game in the world. Chewy on your mic.
Hey, man, I think I came into this segment pretty against it, but you're explaining the rules to me during the songs, which is basically you made it up as you went, and you know what? I'm on board.
It's going to be one of the... Watch out. It's going to be one of Australia's most popular games soon, and it's going to take over.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how it works for new people. So people who are new to Radio AFL, which is everyone, because it's the first time it's ever been played.
I know.
We asked you guys on 13-10-60... Have you been kicking goals lately? For example, our sound guy Mitch folded a fitted sheet for the first time today.
Incredible.
Bang, kicking goals.
Goal.
Well done, Mitch. That's a definite goal. If people get a goal, they get this sound effect.
We looked up on the internet, boys going good on you.
Yeah, and that's what we got. And if you say we don't think it's much of a goal, you get a point, which is this.
Why do people boo for a point? Isn't that still kind of a good thing?
No, because you've missed. Point's not good.
Okay. I still haven't seen anyone in AFL get booed because they got a point. Everyone's just like, good
people
try.
aren't. But there's more. It's more of like an oh. So
Okay.
maybe next time we'll get an oh effect.
Okay, I just want Radio AFL to be perfect.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. Renee, welcome to Radio AFL. Have you been kicking goals today?
Absolutely. My partner and I are about to put a deposit down on our very first home.
Definite goal.
Goal.
Well done,
Well
Renee. This thing comes-
You
Do you want to get a cheer?
Yeah, maybe we should get a cheer. That sounded angry, actually.
Hey,
But thanks
that's
for
great
calling, Renee.
stuff,
Congrats
Renee.
on your point. Hayden, welcome to the show. Have you kicked any
Hey, guys.
goals recently?
Yeah, on the weekend, I got called in for a Sunday shift. Didn't really want to do it, but thought, I'll do it anyway. Anyway, rocked up to the place. Got told my services weren't required, and if you cancel within 24 hours, you still get paid double rate on a Sunday. So,
Oh, that's a definite goal. This isn't radio golf, mate. What's
Yeah.
that?
Come on, man. Get us a cheer, would you?
Sorry, I'll look for another one for the next call.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thanks,
Hayden.
man.
We didn't get a cheer for you. Julie, welcome to the show. Have you been kicking goals recently?
Yes, I have. I go to the gym every day. I'm an amputee, and I lift the wheelchair in the car myself and hop along the side and drive myself. And yeah,
You've just won the premiership. That's incredible,
That's
Julie.
amazing, Julie. Well done.
Yeah, give her a lot more than that. I mean, I'll clap too, Julie.
Yeah,
well
we'll clap.
done. I think you've just won Radio AFL.
Yeah, good on you.
thank you.
That's incredible, Julie.
Emma, welcome to the show. Have you been kicking goals recently?
Well, I'm actually at work right now. I work at KFC, and I'm making everyone at KFC listen to you guys on the radio. So,
Oh, absolutely kicking goals.
Kicking goals.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
No one's kicked a point today. They were all great
everyone
goals.
got some really good goals. Hey, Emma, thanks for opening us up to the exclusive KFC market.
Hey,
no
Emma.
worries, no worries. We love you here.
Oh, thank
thank
you.
you.
Emma, do you reckon you guys will be interested in playing Radio AFL again?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's a great game, isn't it?
Yeah.
A real good radio sport.
We're talking about our No Track album, which we're releasing in response to Drake's 25-track album.
Yep.
Way too many tracks. So to offset that, we've put out an album that has no tracks on it.
Yep, and today is release day, and the mood is high.
Yeah.
I would say we're nervous but excited because we know it's going to change the game.
Man, this is the first album that either of us have released. The first album we've ever done. Like, this is the only time this will ever happen in our lives. Like, it's our
I mean,
first
now that
impression.
I'm probably going to be considered a proper musician, I guess the sky's the limit from
No,
here.
but you only get one first album, man.
Oh, yeah,
so
obviously
soak
this is
it
my
in,
first
you know?
debut.
Just remember this moment because it'll never come again.
And can I just say, throughout the whole process of this, you have been an absolute delight to work with.
Yeah.
I couldn't have asked for a better person to record and drop no tracks with.
I mean, yeah, when I first started working with you, I was like, oh, is this guy going to make a track? And then you just did absolutely nothing. And I was like, this guy's amazing. Really what I wanted.
Now, the last thing we need to decide before the album is officially released, before people get to hear no tracks, is the album artwork, Lewis. And
Which is basically the only component of the album that we need to make a decision on because there's no tracks, so there's just artwork and that's it.
It's a huge part of the artwork.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to release 5 physical copies of the No Track album, but that will be tomorrow night. We're giving those away. But before we do that, the album covers that we've narrowed it down to is... Now, we wanted Rove McManus on the album cover because a listener suggested that last week.
Yes,
'Cause-
she said that Rove should strike a sexy Rove pose, so we reached out to Rove. He turned us down. Not
did.
too sure why, because it was such a big opportunity for him, but that's all right. We photoshopped him in, and he doesn't need to know.
And we are giving him 100% of the profits because
How much money are we making?
A fat zero.
Right, so how much of that is profit?
Yeah, look, you do the maths.
All
I
right,
don't.
we'll send it to Rove's accountants. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. So the 2 album covers that we have narrowed it down to, it's been a big day of like looking at whiteboards, trying to work out what's going to sell. There was a few ideas thrown around, but we narrowed it down to 2.
Yes.
Lewis, it's the first album cover edition. And by the way, you can look at these on our social medias right now. If you look up Luke and Lewis on Instagram and Facebook, go check them out. There is Abbey Road edition, which is, of course, a parody of the Beatles' famous album cover, Abbey Road. And there is the famous Queen album artwork that we did a parody of called the We Will Rove You edition. And both quite, I would say, very good options. I'm happy with either.
They're amazing.
And we put a poll online a few hours ago, and well over 1,000 votes have been cast across Facebook and Instagram.
I knew people were getting around this album, man.
And it's the time. Oh, mate, the hype's real.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so are you ready? Lewis has no idea. I've got the results in front of me.
Yeah.
What do you want? Or it doesn't matter to you?
I just think that Queen is such a classic band, and I feel like we really have the spirit of Queen. I mean, they did put out a lot of tracks.
Yes.
But they have since stopped releasing tracks, and I think that's more our vibe.
I like that. And Paul McCartney is sadly still putting out tracks. They're great tracks, but again, it's like we're trying to completely offset that.
Yeah, too many tracks are out there, man.
Well, Mike, cue timpani.
Timpani?
Yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it?
Is it called?
It's just called a drum roll, I think.
What's a timpani?
Timpani is a kind of percussion, but I don't know if it's that.
You've really ruined the suspense of our album cover reveal by saying a new word that you're not sure is correct.
Hang on, how's this?
Mike, cue drone. Lewis, the album artwork that the people have decided that will be the official album artwork of the No Track album is, by large majority, 71%, We Will Rove You edition.
Oh, amazing.
It pitches you up the top, Rove at the side, Drake to the right, and me down the bottom with the classic pose of my hands out to the left. Go check it out. That is a definite winner, and I think that's going to really sell. I mean, it only has to sell 5.
Yeah, we only have to sell 5, so I can't wait to see them printed up with a disc in it that has no tracks on it.
And throughout the song, I will Google the definition of timpani, and I'll get back to you guys.
All right, Mike, before the song, hit me with a timpani.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. There we go. All
right. Look, Lewis on the Fox. Lewis, you took a risk just before. You tried a new word.
It was a very bold decision. Usually, I'm not known for my big vocabulary on this show. As the last book,
I would say that vocabulary is pretty big for you.
Yeah, that's 3 syllables, and that was wild. Even just saying that.
Did you know that it's way more than 3 syllables?
Vocabulary, guys. That's like 5.
You can't even count that high.
Vocabulary. Woo-wee.
Well done,
it's
man.
A big day. Can we bring back Radio AFL? Because that's kicking goals. Now, Lewis, yes, before the break, this happened. I made a big call and used the word timpani. Well, Mike, cue timpani.
Timpani?
Yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it?
Is it called?
It's just called a drum roll, I think.
What's a timpani?
What is a timpani? And
you
made me doubt myself, saying, "Oh no, maybe I should have."
Look, to be fair, I would say 100%. I'm pretty happy to say 100% of the time, if I call you on a word that you've said, yes, I'm correct. Would you agree?
Agree, and that's what usually we'd move on and we'd talk about something else. But
obviously, seeing as we're talking about this
once. You are not... Okay, so during the song, I did some research, right? You both were laughing at me off air going, dude, I can't believe you said timpani. That's not even a word. And I said, no, I'm pretty sure it's an instrument. I Googled it. Mike, you've found the sound of a timpani. It's a type of drum, Lewis.
Right.
You've found the sound of a timpani drum on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one on YouTube. This is what a timpani sounds like.
Very similar.
Now play the sound effect that you played before.
It's just a louder timpani.
Now, Mike, can we before Lewis announces that I'm right, cue timpani.
You were right about a word once.
Thank you very much.
8 months.
Ladies and gentlemen, and for someone who the last book he read was Specky McGee when he was 12, that is a very big achievement. I'm not much of a literature man, so even I just struggled saying the word literature.
It's time for me to tell my amazing dinner story, Luke.
I'm so excited to hear this. I remember the first time I heard this story and it blew my mind, and it got brought up before the show in the planning meeting, and I was like, mate, people need to hear this story.
I've never told it on radio.
Phenomenal that you were even in this situation. So where does it take place?
Well, it takes place at...
by the way, before you start, 131060 at the end of this, we're going to take amazing dinner stories. So if you think you can, you have one to the likes of this story. It doesn't have to be the same, just a general story that takes place at dinner. Please do give us a call.
Okay, Luke, it's time for my amazing dinner story.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the time I went to TGI Fridays with Roberta Williams.
Now, that's Carl Williamson's wife.
Yes.
Or
yes.
ex-wife? Or,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the gangland figure.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who is friends with them. So I was meeting up with this friend, and then he goes...
sketchiest mates.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You can tell by the shoes that I wear.
And by the way, I wasn't the friend.
No. I had this friend was like, "Oh, let's go to dinner." I said, "Okay, cool. Let's go to TGI Fridays. Awesome." And he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm bringing Roberta Williams and her whole family." I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's something you should put on the invite.
Yeah.
Before you, well, like when you agree.
Yeah. So we rock up to TGI Fridays. This is years ago, by the way. I have never seen her since. So we get to TGI Fridays. We have a dinner. It's like Roberta Williams and like 5 people in her family. She's got a few kids and the man she was seeing and my friends. So there's about 8 of us there at TGI Fridays, and we have a lovely time. Roberta Williams was lovely, and then she ended up leaving and with her whole family, and then we stayed around for about an hour. Now, before she left, they left about, because TGI Fridays is quite expensive, and because they had 5 people with them, they left about $300 in cash on the table for us to pay for their portion of the meal, because we were still there. So they leave, and then we just start talking for about an hour. The waitress comes around, clears up all of the dirty dishes, and then we decide it's time to leave, and we're like, "Oh, where's the money that Roberta Williams left?" It's gone. It's no longer there. It's been taken. So we start looking under the table. We look everywhere. We can't find this money. And then it's like $300. So we call over the manager. We go, "We think someone's taken the money because, they left it there and now it's gone."
It was probably the cops. They were probably just seizing it back.
Yeah, so this money's been taken, and we're making such a big deal out of it because it's a lot of money. And then the waitress starts helping us to look, but then she checks in the corner right next to the table. She starts sweeping there for no reason. Then she bends down and she goes, "Oh, I found the money." She took the money, put it in her pocket, and then when we started making a fuss, she was like, "Oh no, I'm going to get caught, and it's Roberta Williams, so I better not get caught." And then she tried to pretend that she found it on the floor. And then what happened was my friend was like, "Well, you guys just tried to rob us."
That's such a ballsy move, by the way.
Yeah.
Robbing a gangland figure's wife at a TGI Friday.
Yeah. So what happened then is my friend was like, "Well, you've just tried to rob us, so we're not going to pay for the meal." So we did and to the manager, and then the manager was like, he knew that the girl had done it, but he didn't want to, admit it. So he was like, "Oh, you got to do what you got to do." And then we were all like, "All right, we're stealing." And he went, "Okay, boys, you're stealing. See you later." And it was like this really amicable, polite,
no questions asked. Yeah, your staff tried to rob us. We're not paying,
but we've
our
got
business
backup.
is done here.
Luke, our panel operator, Radio Mike, needs a hobby.
Does he ever? He calls us constantly throughout the day, so he put it out there last week saying, "Hey guys, can you help us try and find our button pusher, Radio Mike, a new hobby?" And we had a listener called Nick call in who said Mike should try and take up YouTube. He's a YouTuber, and we said, "Hey Nick, would you be willing to collab with Mike and make a video?"
We spoke to him last week, and this is what he had to say. "Hey man, just a suggestion. Maybe what works is you and Mike like building a puzzle or something. Do you want to try that?"
You could be a Mike tuber.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we had Nick come in to the studio.
They actually
today.
came in to do a collab video together. And Mike, were you excited about your new hobby?
I actually forgot about it until today when I got a text saying, "Hey, you still good to come in early at 6?"
Right, you could be a little more enthusiastic about it.
Come on, man.
No,
We're trying to
when
find you a hobby, and this could go viral on YouTube. Man.
When it did get to it, I was excited because I've never done. It was a 3D puzzle. And
Yes.
I was
So really,
So
you
the
were trying
video
out two
was-
hobbies at once. I mean, 3D puzzling, YouTubing. Did you have a preference for the two? We'll talk about it after, I guess.
This is how the collab video went. So this is how it was laid out. Nick came into the studio ready to film his YouTube video. Lewis and I were to the side just kind of watching them collaborate. It was great watching two great artists combine,
we were
Radio
just
Mike and
enthralled.
Nick.
We were just commentating, and mostly we tried to stay out of it. We were just greatness in the making,
And
so we
this
didn't
is-
want to interrupt, and this is what happened. All right, Nick is now in the studio with us. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
No worries, and you're actually filming your YouTube video at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we be listed in the credits as executive producers?
Of course.
Great.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I have your puzzle here. It is 30 pieces. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Okay.
Mike is half Italian, so...
Italian.
We don't know very much about our button pushers.
All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's puzzle it up.
What's
So
your
good.
favourite puzzle you've ever done?
I'd probably say the last one I did was like a tiger one.
Okay.
Tiles 3D one, and that was really cool.
When I was a kid, we had this crocodile puzzle, like 1,000 pieces, all crocodiles, like 10 crocodiles. It was really hard because you couldn't tell which crocodile was which.
Yeah.
Radio Mike is cooperating and helping. We're helping Darken. We should refer to Nick only as Darken now.
That's
As the
all right.
video's begun, right?
That's all right. You can call me Dark and Nick. Just don't call me late to dinner.
Have you ever done an escape room?
Escape room? No.
Our button pusher Radio Mike has recently got obsessed with escape rooms.
The amount of people that come in and out of it is sort of like, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Because from what...
They're trying to film a video.
Hey, you got to have some entertainment in there.
I feel like the commentary track.
I feel like we keep ruining the video because we should have been in a quiet room watching this happen, commentating it. Mike, contribute to the video, man.
I've broken a piece.
Have we thought about thumbnail yet? Do we want to get Mike to take his top off?
Yeah.
Just for like a sexy thumbnail.
I like
we could do
clickbait.
that.
I'm not taking my top off.
What about your pants?
That would be really sexy. Currently, the puzzle doesn't really look like a puzzle. It looks more like firewood. Mike, do you reckon you being Italian's helping this puzzle?
I think it is because I'm really channeling.
It doesn't even look like you're familiar with Italian architecture.
It's not even a tower yet, and it's not leaning either.
I think the photo on the box is photoshopped
There you
into
go.
a lean. At the end, if you guys do complete it, are you going to take the classic photo with the perspective of you pushing over the Leaning Tower of
Yeah,
Pisa?
pretty much.
That should be the thumbnail, maybe. But also,
Yeah.
Mike has his top off.
And his pants.
Just a word to our producer. You know when we said it's going to take 15 minutes to build, 120 to 150 minutes to complete? Strap in, everyone. This is going to go for a while.
Yeah.
Do you guys have 3 hours? We don't.
That's 2 hours, two to 2.5.
All right, guys, you've been going for about 14 minutes and 40 seconds. You've got 20 seconds to finish your puzzle.
No, that ain't going to happen.
Your 20 seconds starts now.
This isn't what I was expecting. But I'm having fun.
It's time to
time's
stop.
up.
Your
Yeah.
time is up.
We actually didn't progress from last time.
You put 2 pieces together.
3.
3 pieces, right. Well, thanks for coming in anyway,
Thank you very
Nick.
much,
I hope
guys.
that video will go viral. How do you think that will go as a YouTube video?
Probably because it's not finished and not so well, but I'm sure I'll get a few good laughs and a few good commentations and nice comments. So
Yeah.
why not? All right, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see any future content from me, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.
Thanks to Darkin for coming in. Radio Mike, what do you reckon
Yes.
about that hobby? Do you reckon you could take on YouTube full time?
I don't think I could take on YouTube or 3D puzzles full time. 3D puzzles, it wasn't. I thought it was going to be like a curved jigsaw puzzle. It was just a cardboard model kind of thing.
It was kind of,
Right.
yeah, I realized actually in the past, it was kind of like, I don't know how to
It was
describe
just cardboard Lego.
It was just like building a model house out of cardboard.
Yeah.
And that's not a puzzle. I thought it was going to be plastic or wood.
Yeah.
Because that's what you expect out of a
Okay,
puzzle.
well, 3D puzzles are out. What about YouTube?
No, I don't think I'd do YouTube either.
What about an Instagram influencer? No, just
I mean-
kidding. Block him. Block Radio Mike on Instagram. So what do you think you're going to do with your hobbies then?
I mean, like I said, I think I mentioned on the show the other day.
yeah.
I'm really into escape rooms now.
I just worry that's going to be such an expensive hobby and you're also going to run out of escape rooms to escape from.
I want to escape this chat.
Maybe you should just go to prison and then try and escape. And it's a real long play. You
Don't
do it
have to
over
pay for that.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the appeal of escape rooms is that it's you pretend you're in prison, but you don't actually have to like go to real prison.
It's the role play aspect.
Depends how much you're into the hobby, man.
Yeah, not that much.
All right. Well, we'll try and find you another one soon. Is this real or is it fake news?
That is right. Ooh, it is right.
It is right. Double right.
Jinx.
Oh, no. I can't speak.
Lewis.
Yes.
That's the rules of Jinx. If I say your name, you can then speak.
Okay.
Are you
good.
familiar with the rules of Jinx?
I haven't played it since I was 9.
Ah. And that's your loss. Lewis, this game is where we have three news headlines from various news websites. We often cycle through them. Today I've got them out of the NT News. And then I also give you three that I've made up. So we'll do one each. So I'll give you one news story that I've made up and one news story that is from an actual news story from the NT News.
Yeah.
And you have to guess which one is the fake headline and which one is the real headline. Real news or fake news.
Yeah, I love this game. We played it a few times. We played it with pedestrian headlines.
Yes.
But NT News we haven't done before, and they're just known for having ridiculous headlines. I think they did it accidentally for a long time, and now they've just like really linked into it.
Now they've definitely employed someone.
Yeah.
And I've had a go at writing a few NT headlines today, and I've got to say it's quite fun.
All right, brilliant. Well, you guys can play along at home. See if you can guess which ones are real. Hit
This
me, Luke.
first one, is this the NT News or the fake one? The first headline is, "They stole my dog while I was on the bog." Or, "Man blows hole in tarp from powerful fart."
Ooh.
Which one was the fake one and which one was the real one?
Right, I think poo stories, both very NT. So you've written a good fake one here because they both sound real.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the dog bog one because it rhymes. Is that the real one?
That is correct.
Yes.
Very well done. Yes,
That's what gave it away.
They did write, "They stole my dog while I was on the bog."
Yeah.
So I think that story was about, well, it's pretty obvious what it's about.
Yep. Get your dog
I'm not
stolen
sure
from
why
your
that
dog.
made the front page, though. It seems like kind of a page 3 story, but a page 1 headline.
Yeah, because it rhymes. And they're like, put it in, page 1.
All right, number 2, Lewis.
Yep.
Is this real or fake news? First one is, "What the cluck? Chicken found up a truck."
Ooh, another rhyming one.
Or the second news story, news headline is, "Why I stuck a cracker up my clacker." Which one's the real one? Or which one is the fake one?
Can you print clacker? That's what's thrown me.
Mate, it's the NT News. You can print what you want.
Well, if someone's putting one up there, you can print it. I'm going with clacker. Is that real?
That's the real one.
Hey! See?
You're on a hot streak today.
I'm just really good at guessing at the
All right,
crazy
the
stuff
final
that NT
one
people
for
do.
the final one for a trifecta. Have you ever lived in the Northern Territory or been there?
No, I'm just making wild assumptions.
Yeah, you just know the
Pretty
culture
correct,
very
though.
well.
Yeah.
All right, the final one for the trifecta. I can't believe you're going to get a clean sweep. This is usually a lot harder.
And your headlines are good.
Yeah. All right. Which one is the real one? Which is the fake one? The first headline, "Man arrested after cop spots suspiciously small package in his undies."
I like this.
The second headline is, "Dog eats mayor's enormous sausage."
Like mayor of the town?
Yes, I'm assuming. I just read the headlines, mate.
Right, I'm going to go with the first one.
Is the real one or the fake one?
That's the real one.
He's done it again. Correct. Very well done. 3 out of 3. Well done.
Guess I'm just good at this game. Kind of fluked it.
Yeah, or I need to write better. Maybe I shouldn't be writing for NT News. I don't think "Dog eats mayor's enormous sausage" would be printed.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. That brings us to the end of the show.
But before we wrap the show, Mike, cue timpani. No, he wasn't ready.
I've deleted it off the screen because I didn't think we'd use it again.
Oh, bummer, man.
Hang on.
At least no one has to say
Well,
timpani again.
Mike.
What are you doing?
Sorry?
What are you playing?
What was that?
I thought that was that's the button that says timpani, but it didn't make any sound.
Nah.
It just must be broken.
Hey, Mike, just play a drum roll.
Hang on. Oh, there it is.
There we go. See, told you. Timpani's on there. Drum roll.
Well, that would have been great 25 seconds ago. But, guys, that is the end of the show.
Radio Dave would have nailed that
Yeah.
one.
Luke and Lewis on 1019 The Fox.